A recent survey by the Department of Defense said that sexual assault incidents against women in the military rose from 19,000 complaints in 2010 to 26,000 complaints in 2012. Now, after this report came out, the government also surveyed more than 13,000 women. More than 2% of combat veterans surveyed say they were sexually assaulted, and nearly 20% of women who've been deployed to combat settings say they experienced some form of sexual harassment. So now the big question is, who is to blame and why is this happening?
I'm Lisa Belcastro. I'm a major engineer, retired United States Army. I was in the military for over 20 years. I started out as a 30-year-old private, single parent with 3 kids. I made history in the Army when I became the first female airborne commander for the elite 173rd Airborne Brigade Combat Team. It was very challenging going in. I had an infantry platoon under my command, and so they weren't used to seeing a female in charge. It happens at their home stations, it happens when they're out on the weekends, and it happens in combat. It's a holistic, ugly crisis. So in getting down on what sexual assault and how it happens in the military, you have to identify that there's 2 issues going on. It's the predator, and then it's the young service members that don't know how to communicate. What we find with the female service members, when it's a senior that's over them, that is now the predator, she can't find her voice. By structure of our culture, we're to obey by rank. We listen to and follow directions. That's the person we're to trust. So when we've given a predator without knowing that authority with rank, he now has control over that soldier. It's when you go to put that into action, and that information has to go up the chain of command. Well, when the predator is the senior, things get lost, and retaliation comes back on that female service members. I've seen that time and time again. As an organization of senior female military leaders, we educate, we empower and inspire these young female service members on finding their voice. So we try to educate them by sharing our own personal and professional stories, and what they find is, oh, somebody that is just like me, that have wore my boots, have done this before. And what we say is, don't suffer in silence. Go get the help.